Hey guys, what is up? As promised, this is the second part of the comic entertainment news update. I took a very long time between videos. I recently did episode 2, but it was just Marvel because I had gone about 3 or 4 weeks without any video of updates. I also already have about 6 new pieces of information and news for Marvel, but I'm going to leave that for a video to do next week, and I will combine Marvel and DC. But today we're doing the DC portion of the video, so if you're into this sort of thing, please give this a thumbs up and give a subscribe, and we'll get started on the video. So for the first part, we're going to go ahead and get started on, I heard there's a new Shazam trailer. I just saw an extended version of the first trailer and then a shorter TV spot, so we'll go over the TV spot information, or the TV spot right now. And since it's short, I'll go ahead and do a little trailer breakdown.
Daily Bats, I choose you. Say my name so my powers will become yours. Shazam!
So to start off already, this is so much... I feel like in this trailer, you see much more of the superhero aspect of it. Because you saw like the silliness in the official full trailer, but this one you see more of what Shazam's powers are.
I'd like to purchase some of your finest beer, please.
So yeah, I mean, you see already at the beginning, you see him fighting the villain of the film, you see him saving a bus falling out, kind of just establishing who he is, and then the silly aspect of the fact that he's actually a child.
Shazam.
A lair. Yes. If you have a location like on a cliff, like a castle-esque type thing.
Overlooking some water.
Splashing on rocks and stuff, then we will take that.
Experience it in IMAX.
I'm really excited to see this dynamic. DC, for this point going up, has been very dark and serious, and I think what we thought we were getting with Suicide Squad is going to be what we are getting in Shazam. I mean, not in the same way, but the lighthearted aspect of the film, because when Suicide Squad trailers came out, it looked more like a light, fun film, but in reality that is not what was given. But I think Shazam should deliver on promises of what it is. I personally think everything that I've seen so far looks pretty good. I mean, there's basically one full trailer, and this second trailer, which is a lot shorter, looks good to me, and it looks fun, and I think it's a step in the right direction for DC, so I'm really excited to see that. I really enjoyed Aquaman, and I thought it was fun and a good time. I don't think it's the best superhero movie I've ever seen, but it was a step in the right direction, and I think Shazam is just going to add on to that. Speaking of Aquaman, so this was a while ago, this was 3 or 4 weeks ago, that Aquaman hit $1 billion at the box office, so that's worldwide box office, because the US would be incredible. It is now one of the top 10 grossing films of all time, I believe. I have top 10 grossing films. Maybe it's the last 10 years. I think that's probably more true. I should have done my research on that, I know. I wrote this piece of information a very long time ago. I don't have any other Aquaman news. I do know the guy who played Black Manta just got cast in a Jordan Peele film, so that's not really any DC related, but since he was in it. And Jason Momoa just presented at the Oscars, so that's good as well. Since we briefly touched on Suicide Squad already, I'm sure everybody's heard at this point that James Gunn has been signed on to direct the Suicide Squad. It's not Suicide Squad 2. It's not a sequel to the first Suicide Squad movie they made, but a soft reboot. So I think what is going on is they've decided that this movie can be profitable, and there were aspects of it that were very profitable, but the overall quality wasn't the best, so that they're going to go and redo this so that it could be a cohesive movie. That is my thought. As far as I know, Jared Leto's out as the Joker. He probably will not return. He may make a brief appearance in the Birds of Prey movie because Harley Quinn is getting rid of him, so that may be that, but they said it's a full new roster of people in the Suicide Squad, except for the fact that Margot Robbie would be returning as Harley Quinn because she's the one who got the movie the most impact, and Will Smith may return as Deadshot, which I'm not mad at either of those facts. I thought that they were the best part of the movie. I didn't like the movie at all, but I thought they were probably the best part of the movie, and if they got a different script, they could probably make it a lot better. There is a new Birds of Prey teaser, so let me pull that up to play side by side, and we will discuss that. The thing is, when it comes to DC, and it comes to comics in general, I have interest in comics themselves, but I don't go out and purchase comic books and actively read comic books. I have comic books and I have graphic novels. I tend to buy them after I learn more about a property. So, like, for example, Jessica Jones. I really loved the TV series, and I went out and I bought Jessica Jones' graphic novel. I start to love the characters from the live action adaptations of them, but I then research the character and look at comic strips online and do that. So when it comes to a lot of these characters, I don't know too much about them. So everything you hear from me about Birds of Prey is going to be very, like, not descriptive because I don't know too much about it. I do know, however, that Harley Quinn is not a member of the Birds of Prey and that the main member is Batgirl, and as far as I know, she's not in this movie, so I'm a little confused. I had recently been talking to somebody and then I said, well, they should have just made Gotham City Sirens, which apparently they are making Gotham City Sirens, so I don't know. And in Gotham City Sirens, I know Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy are that is the group they're in. Birds of Prey tends to be the bird characters, so Batgirl, I know Huntress is in it. She's not a bird character, but Batgirl is the main one, and she's not in this, so yeah. But there's Huntress and Harley Quinn and Black Mask, who is being played by Ewan McGregor, but Black Canary is the person everybody's not happy with because I think she's being played by a black person. See, I get up on camera and I get so worried that people are going to be really mad about what I'm saying, but just from stuff I've noticed online. I know a little bit about Black Canary because I watched the first season of Arrow, and I think one of the Lances becomes a Black Canary. My DC knowledge is limited. I take everything I say with a grain of salt, but I am trying. And then there was a new still of Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn looking like she's leaving the Joker, and it looks pretty good. So I'm a little confused as to why she's in this movie, to make a long story short, but I'm alright with it, and I'm excited to see how this turns out. Ben Affleck is officially out as Batman. He's not going to return, I guess is what he said, and he is passing the mantle to a different, younger Batman. So the Batman movie set to release in 2021 is without Ben Affleck. I liked Ben Affleck as Batman. However, I did like him in Justice League, but I didn't like most of Justice League, so that would explain that. And then he's been doing some things in real life that I'm not very fond of, but in terms of as Batman, I thought he was a good Bruce Wayne. I didn't feel particularly one way or another about him being Batman. But yeah, he's out. Zack Snyder's issued a statement, and we'll see what this Matt Reeves Batman is going to be about. It's going to probably be more self-contained, a detective story. I think they're going to go sort of in the direction that the Dark Knight trilogy went in, because that's what really sells as Batman movies. And Josh Gad, who is from Broadway, he was in Book of Mormon, but is now known as Olaf from Frozen, has been hinting for months at playing the Penguin, which would be really exciting because we haven't seen, other than in Gotham, we haven't seen the Penguin in a live action movie since came out in the 80s, I believe, with Danny DeVito. So it should be pretty exciting. I'm interested in the direction they're going to take. Obviously, there's been a lot of iterations of Batman over the years, but he's such a popular character, I feel like there's going to be movies on him regardless. The last bit I won't go too much into. I can link videos that describe what was supposed to happen and where I got a lot of the information from down below, because I would not want to take credit for saying things that they've already said. But there was a canceled Justice League trilogy. That was the original plan for Justice League, basically explaining what happened and why Justice League was kind of the mess that it was. It was originally supposed to be 3 movies, then it was supposed to be a part 1 and part 2, which I remember, and then it became only 1. And then this also has to do with the meddling between Joss Whedon and Zack Snyder's already completed movie, and just like how they completely scrapped Darkseid, and why Steppenwolf ended up being the way he is, and how the whole arc of the trilogy was off-put by canceling the other 2 movies and trying to cram everything into 1. So I will link videos down below. I believe there's one from Emergency Awesome. I love Charlie, he's great. You've probably seen his videos, unless you're clicking on a link from my Twitter page, which I appreciate. He's great. He does all sorts of videos like this. He does a lot of breakdowns. So I will definitely link that down below. And the last bit of news, I know this is a DC video, and I know a lot of people are very Marvel versus DC. I like both. I tend to focus more on the live-action visual properties versus comics, so I tend to prefer Marvel because they've just put out better content. I'm going to come out and say it. In my opinion, everybody can have their own opinion. I'm not going to debate that, so there's that. But DC has very interesting characters and very great comics that they could really delve deep into, and I appreciate that aspect. But the last bit of news is that, yes, this is a DC video, but Captain Marvel is coming out next week. I will have lots of videos on Captain Marvel, so don't even worry. But Zachary Levi went on Instagram Live and put out messages of support for Captain Marvel, because a lot of people are trashing the movie without having even seen it. If you don't want to see this movie, that's fine. That's your choice. I'm not going to sit here and harass people into seeing movies that they don't want to see. I know there's a lot of fans who do that, but at the end of the day, you're spending your money and your time to go do things, and people shouldn't be forcing you one way or the other. You should have genuine interest in going to see whatever you want to see. So if you don't, that's fine. But a lot of people have been trashing the movie without having seen it, or because of commentary that was taken very out of context. So That being said, a lot of people, since Shazam used to be known as Captain Marvel before Marvel had a Captain Marvel, and then there was like a lawsuit all the way back in the day, he's now known as Shazam, so people are like, I'm going to support the other Captain Marvel. But Zachary Levi has come out and said that he loves Brie Larson and would love everyone to see both films, and if they don't want to, that's fine, but do not pit them against each other because that's not what he's about, and they're friends. I think that's a good policy to just stay on. I know we're not going to stay there because people have very polarizing opinions and will try to force theirs down somebody else's throat. That's not what I'm about, and I just hope whatever movie you want to see, you enjoy, and I hope you'll come back and hear my thoughts on it. Shazam is coming out on April 5th, which is about a month away because it is almost March. So definitely stay tuned. I will try to I will make it my point to make lots of Shazam videos so I am not so Marvel heavy and I give DC some love. In terms of updates, I am also going to be filming a trailer breakdown for X-Men Dark Phoenix. That is dropping tonight. I don't know what time. It is currently Wednesday the 27th, but I will have a breakdown for you, and I will hopefully get these videos up around the same time. I don't know which one will be up first. That just depends on how I edit things. So thank you so much for watching. If you like these type of videos, please like and subscribe. Give a comment down below with what DC movie you're most looking forward to. There are a couple we didn't talk about in this video because there wasn't much news, like Wonder Woman 1984 and the Joker, the standalone Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. But as more news comes out, I will include that. The next episode of this, which will be episode 4, because it's kind of 2B, but it'll be 4, will be Marvel and DC together. Yeah, so thank you, and I will see you guys later. Bye.